You've done it. You've achieved the perfect amount of social interaction for one evening. You've laughed at the right jokes, nodded thoughtfully at boring stories, and consumed exactly 2.5 drinks, enough to seem fun, not enough to make tomorrow a war crime. It's 10:47 p.m., a respectable exit time. Not so early that you seem like a hermit, not so late that you'll be stuck helping clean up half-eaten cheese platters and mysterious sticky spots on the floor. You set your empty cup down on a side table with the gentle finality of someone who has made a decision. This is it. You're leaving. You've had a lovely time, and now you're going to execute a clean, dignified exit. Irish goodbye? No. You're classier than that. You're going to say a few quick farewells and slip out like a well-socialized ghost. You scan the room, plotting your route to the door like a heist movie protagonist. It's maybe 15 feet away. 20, tops. You can see your jacket draped over the coat rack, practically waving at you, promising the sweet embrace of your couch and the Netflix show you paused 3 hours ago. This will take 5 minutes. 10, maximum. You stand up, stretching casually, wearing your best, well, I should probably get going expression. You are calm. You are confident. You are a functional adult who can exit a social gathering without incident. The door is right there. Freedom is right there. You take your first step. Hey, where are you going? The voice cuts through the ambient party noise like a homing missile. You turn to see Marcus. Friendly Marcus, well-meaning Marcus. Marcus who has never had a conversation shorter than 20 minutes in his entire life. Oh, hey, you say, your smile now frozen on your face like a hostage in a ransom photo. Yeah, I'm actually heading out. No way already. Dude, you just got here. You did not just get here. You arrived at 7:30. It is now 10:48. That's over 3 hours, which in party time is equivalent to a geological epoch. Yeah, I know, but I've got an early morning tomorrow, so... Early morning? On a Saturday? Marcus laughs like you've told a hilarious joke. Come on, just stay for one more drink. We barely got to catch up. You have caught up, extensively. You know about his new apartment, his problematic co-worker Derek, and his thoughts on whether hot dogs are sandwiches. You are caught all the way up. But Marcus is already guiding you toward the kitchen with a hand on your shoulder, and you're too polite to physically wrestle yourself free, so you go along with it like a prisoner being escorted to a cell. Just one quick drink, he says, which is what people say before a conversation that will somehow span the entire Cold War era. You tell yourself this is fine. This is just a minor detour. You'll have one drink, chat for 5 minutes, and then you'll leave. Easy. The door is still right there. You can still see it. You're basically already gone. 17 minutes later, you're trapped in a conversation about Marcus's cryptocurrency investments, and your will to live is dropping faster than his portfolio apparently did last March. You've tried 3 times to interject with an exit line. Each time, Marcus has somehow deflected it like he's playing conversational defense. Well, I should really... Oh, that reminds me of another thing. Your drink is empty again. You don't remember drinking it. You suspect you blacked out somewhere around the explanation of blockchain technology. You see your chance when Marcus gets distracted by someone calling his name across the room. You make your move, backing away slowly, maintaining eye contact like you're retreating from a bear. You pivot toward the door. 8 feet away now. You can almost taste the freedom. You're going to make it. Oh my God, hi! Jessica appears out of nowhere, arms outstretched, moving in for a hug. You don't know Jessica well. You've met her exactly twice, but she's hugging you like you're her long-lost sibling returning from war. Hi! Hey! You say, your voice climbing to an unnatural octave. I'm actually just leaving. Wait, before you go, I have to tell you about this absolutely insane thing that happened to me last week. No, you don't have to tell me. We barely know each other. You could tell me literally never and my life would be unchanged. But Jessica is already talking and you're nodding, because apparently that's what you do now. You're a nodder, a professional listener, a person-shaped telephone pole for other people's stories. You try to position yourself angling toward the door, hoping your body language will communicate, I am actively leaving. But Jessica is somehow rotating with you, maintaining perfect eye contact, completely oblivious to your desperate exit choreography. The story involves her roommate, a broken washing machine, and what seems to be an unnecessarily detailed subplot about fabric softener. You've lost the thread entirely, but you're making encouraging noises at what you hope are appropriate intervals. The door might as well be in another country at this point. It's 11:34 p.m. You have been trying to leave for 47 minutes. You've talked to 7 different people. You've heard about 2 breakups, 1 promotion, someone's mother's hip surgery, and a detailed review of a restaurant you will never go to. Your face hurts from smiling. Your nod muscles are exhausted. You've said, "Oh wow," so many times it's lost all meaning. You're currently pinned in the hallway that leads to the door, so close and yet impossibly far, by a guy named Trevor, who is explaining his fantasy football league standings with the passion of someone presenting a TED Talk. You're not listening anymore. You can't. Your brain has turned to static. You're just watching his mouth move, thinking about how every second you're here is a second you could be in your car, driving away from this never-ending social purgatory. And that's when I traded Johnson for 2 second-round picks, which seemed crazy, but "I have to go," you blurt out, with more aggression than you intended. Trevor stops mid-sentence, blinking at you. "Oh," he says, looking slightly hurt. "Okay, yeah, sure." Guilt immediately floods your system because you're apparently incapable of asserting boundaries without feeling like a monster. "Sorry, I really do have to get up early tomorrow and—" No, totally get it, Trevor says. But his tone suggests he does not, in fact, totally get it. You've created an awkward moment. You've become the person who was weird at the party, but you don't care anymore. You cannot care. You have transcended caring. You turn toward the door with the single-minded determination of a salmon swimming upstream. You're 3 feet from the door when you see them, the hosts. Sarah and James, standing directly in your path like final-level bosses in a video game you never wanted to play. You can't leave without saying goodbye to the hosts. That's psychotic behavior. That's the kind of thing people bring up years later. "Remember when you just left our party without saying goodbye? That was weird." You approach them, your spirit broken, your hope extinguished. "Hey guys," you say weakly. "Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time, but I think I'm going to head out." You expect a simple, "Thanks for coming," and a quick hug. That's the standard protocol. That's the unwritten social contract. But Sarah's face falls like you've just announced you're moving to a different country. "No, you can't leave yet. We barely got to talk to you." This is factually untrue. You talked to Sarah for 20 minutes about her new rescue dog when you first arrived. "We're about to do karaoke," James adds, gesturing to a TV screen that's currently displaying a YouTube karaoke setup that looks like it was designed in 2003. Karaoke. The word hits you like a death sentence. "Oh, that's okay. I really can't sing." "That's the whole point." Sarah laughs, grabbing your arm. "It's supposed to be bad. Come on, just stay for one song." One song. One song that will turn into 6 songs. One song that will somehow last until 1 a.m. when you'll finally escape and drive home in bitter silence, arriving at your apartment at 1:30, getting ready for bed by 2, lying awake until 3 because you're too wound up to sleep, and spending all of tomorrow as the exhausted shell of a person. You can see this future. It's right there in front of you, clear as day. You start, but you have nothing. No excuse, no believable emergency, no grandmother who conveniently needs you right at this moment. You are trapped, cornered, defeated. Is this your life now? Are you going to die at this party? Will you still be here at sunrise, nodding at conversations you stopped comprehending hours ago? You briefly consider faking a phone call. Maybe a stomachache. Maybe just running. Something snaps inside you. A primal survival instinct kicks in. You've been civilized for too long. You've been polite to the point of self-destruction. No more. "I have to go," you say, and this time your voice has an edge. Not rude exactly, but final. Unyielding. The voice of someone who has been pushed too far by social niceties. You're already putting on your jacket. You're already moving toward the door. You're still smiling, still nodding, but you're in motion now, an unstoppable force. Sarah is saying something about, "At least take some leftovers," but you're shaking your head, your hand already on the doorknob. "Thank you so much, really. This was great. I had such a good time," you're saying, the words tumbling out in a rehearsed stream, backing out the door now like you're exiting a room with a wild animal in it. Marcus appears from somewhere, trying to rope you into one more conversation, but you're shaking hands now, doing the grab and pat thing that men do when they're saying goodbye, still moving, always moving. Jessica is waving, asking if you're on Instagram, and you're saying, "Yeah, totally, we'll connect," knowing full well you will never look her up, and even if you did, you'd forget why. You're in the doorway now, the threshold between captivity and freedom. Great party. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye. Bye. You're saying goodbye to people you don't even recognize. You're waving at the room like a departing cruise ship. And then, you're outside. The door closes behind you with a soft click that sounds like angels singing. The night air hits your face, cool and liberating. You stand there for a moment on the front steps, breathing like you've just surfaced from underwater. You check your phone, 12:17 a.m. You have been trying to leave for an hour and 30 minutes. You walk to your car in the blessed silence, your jacket wrapped around you, your social battery not just drained, but actively on fire. You can still hear the muffled sounds of the party behind you, music, laughter, the unmistakable opening notes of someone doing karaoke very badly. You sit in your car and just exist for a moment. No one is talking to you. No one needs you to react to their story. No one is asking you to stay for just one more anything. You start the engine. You didn't leave quietly. You didn't leave gracefully. What you did was survive a gauntlet of well-meaning social warfare, and you escaped with your sanity barely intact and your morning completely ruined because you'll now be going to bed 3 hours later than planned. But you're out. You're free. As you pull away from the curb, your phone buzzes. A text in the party group chat. "Great seeing everyone, we should do this again soon." You leave it on read. You drive home in the dark, forever changed, a little more cynical, a little more willing to embrace the Irish goodbye, a little more aware that just 5 more minutes is a lie we tell ourselves before entering an eternal maze of farewells. And somewhere behind you, the party continues, probably wondering why you left so abruptly. They will never understand the war you fought tonight. Here's a sneak peek at the next video. You pull into the supermarket parking lot at 2:47 p.m. on a Sunday, and the first warning sign appears. There are no parking spots. Not close ones. Not far ones. Not even the weird diagonal ones that nobody usually wants. Thanks for watching. See you next time.